Today I'm going to be trying out a brand new deck, and from everything that I've seen, this deck is making the waves within the TCG Pocket meta. And let's just try it out and see if it's actually any good, and yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, how's it going everyone? Count Jinsula here. Welcome to another TCG Pocket video. Today we're going to be trying out this deck right here. It is an Exeggutor deck. Yeah, you heard that right. Exeggutor is currently considered meta within TCG Pocket. Interestingly, I feel like it's a complete shift from what people have been using up until now. And I think because of the rise of dark types, it's become very apparent that grass types are going to be highly valuable. What I thought would happen was that Celebi EX with Superior would still reign supreme, but when it comes to grass types, it turns out that Exeggutor is the way to go. So yeah, let's give it a try, and actually, if you look at my battles, I still need to get 2 wins in order to get that gold medal, but I only have about an hour left, so hopefully we'll be able to get those 2 wins today. I'm going to be trying out this deck for the very first time, and of course, it's basically a net deck. This is a deck that I saw online, and I wanted to try it out. I did have enough of the cards. I did not have all of the cards to replicate it one for one, but I had some of the core cards that you need, specifically Exeggutor as well as Celebi. So yeah, I think this deck will prove to be really good. But I'm going up against another grass type, so we're going to see if it's actually going to be winnable. Yeah, they're opening up with Execute, so you know it's going to be a bit of a mirror match. I'm telling you, Exeggutor is supposedly really strong. I haven't gone up against many of them, and the few that I did go up against, maybe they had really bad draws because I was able to beat them pretty easily, but apparently they're really good. So we'll just have to see for ourselves. Right now, this is not looking like an ideal start for this deck because even though I do have Celebi, I do not have a Superior behind it, so it's meant to be kind of like a backup, which essentially that's how I'm going to treat it. Hopefully I can get an Execute. Yep, there you go. But I'm really curious if I should actually start building the energy on this one. I feel like what I'm going to do is just play this out how I normally would. Give Celebi kind of the lead. I do have the energy advantage for going second, so I'm wondering if that's going to hold out. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'm really worried that they're going to 1 energy Exeggutor EX. Yeah, there you go. This is what's really deadly about this deck. If you can actually get this opener, it's going to be really hard to come back from it. And you can see right here, I know I'm going to struggle. Oh wow, that's 80 damage right there off of 1 energy. That's insanely powerful, if you think about it. Alright, so this is kind of like the obvious choice. Although I feel like what I could have done there is actually Sabrina and then start building the Exeggutor around it. Oh gosh, is it 2 tails? Yep. That's annoying. Well, yeah, this is a terrible opener, so I don't think this is going to be the winning game. But let's just get a feel for the deck. I feel like they had the more ideal opener with almost the same exact deck. The only problem with my deck is it's missing an Exeggutor EX. I only have 1 of them in this deck, but unfortunately I do not have enough of the dust, nor do I have the card itself. I only have 1 of them, and I think this deck requires 2 because this opening is incredibly powerful, as you can see. Now let's see what I can do though. I feel like there's something I can do to mitigate this. I really do not know what I could do. Maybe I could... Oh, maybe I should have Sabrina'd there. Oh well, I don't think this is gonna beat it. Let's just concede, try again. Yeah, I guess, I don't think I played that well. I honestly think I did not play that well. Let's give it another try though. Oh, I forgot the thanks. That was a bad habit. Let's actually take a look at the deck, see if there's anything I could do to make up for the lack of that second Exeggutor EX. I guess what I could do is, so there's different versions of Exeggutor. Let me show you here. So Exeggutor, if I do a search, there is this version, which is actually still pretty fast. It's kind of like the weaker version of Exeggutor EX, but I really like this one. If you can get these built up and start psychicking, I guess that's the term. Like if you can start getting those against your opponents, like it could be devastating for them. But let's give it a second go. I think this time we could have a much more better opening hand. Really hoping so. I'd like to go second again. Getting the energy advantage in this deck is pretty good. Although you did see right there, they went first and it worked out incredibly in their favor. Because if you can go first, and then you have both Execute and Exeggutor in your hand, it could be devastating for them, as it was for me. But yeah, this is actually looking pretty bad. Oh, they're opening up with Marshadow. That's interesting. So I guess they did not have another basic Pokemon that they could use, like a Hitmonchan or a Hitmonlee. Typically with this deck, you would open up with either Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee and then have Marshadow in the back. It's kind of like that big 1-2 punch. You have the early pressure from the Hitmonchan or the Hitmonlee, and then you use Marshadow to clean house whenever either of those get knocked out. But let's see if we can get an Execute. Yep, there it is. I realized for a Pokeball, it's going to be a guaranteed. Now I'm wondering if I should... Now I'm wondering what I should do. Because obviously it's going to take some energy for them to actually start dealing damage. I'm wondering if this is going to be the right play. I'm actually thinking this is going to be the right play. I could be playing this horribly right now. Just letting you know. Like, I feel like maybe I should be doing... What I should be doing is building up Celebi and using Celebi because it's definitely a much harder hitter. And this is not a high energy Pokemon. So the reason why Exeggutor is doing so well is because for Pokemon like Darkrai EX or cards like Gyarados, it punishes those cards extremely. But against a deck like this, like a Rushdown deck with fighting types, it's going to be counterintuitive. It's not really going to work out in those cases. But let's just see what happens. They're obviously running Lucario, which is a very powerful hand, or a very powerful deck. But let's see what happens. I'm thinking they're going to go with Machamp. So I got to be ready for that. I'm almost wondering if what I could do is... This is going to be a bit of a risky play. What I think I'm going to do is just have this out right now. I know if they have a Machamp, it's just basically going to decimate my Exeggutor. But if I can survive a hit like that until the next turn, I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. We'll just have to wait and see. This is getting a little scary though. Basically have a very limited number of turns to get something going. Oh boy, Professor's Research. Are they gonna hit Machamp EX? And oh god, the anticipation. Okay, I see Hitmonlee. Lucario. Oh yeah, that's disgusting. Alright, so this is going to deal 60 damage, or 70 damage now. Are they going to X-Speed to get Marshadow out? I don't know. I would like to know. What's going to happen here? Oh, Giant Cape. Okay. Still don't know. Still don't know what's going to happen. No Machamp EX. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Live to fight another day. I don't mind that. But I am a little concerned that the next turn is going to be the bad one. And I don't have any energy on any of my benched Pokemon, so this is already looking pretty nasty. Ooh boy. My only hope is that they will switch out to Machamp EX. I can Cyrus to get Marshadow back in. And then behind it, I could build up the Celebi EX. It really depends on if they don't get... Okay. This is the best case scenario for me, actually. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start building up this Celebi. Oh, or I could build up Exeggutor. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So this is looking okay. This is looking okay, I will say. A Machamp EX will still hurt drastically. It would not feel okay. Oh boy, here we go. So there's Machoke with his 3 fighting energy. There is a Lucario in play, which is devastating. Oh, and there it is. Ooh, so that's 140 damage. And if they have a Giovanni, that's lights out for this Exeggutor. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay. So this is, Now this is interesting, because now I have options. And I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm going to do Exeggutor EX. Let's do some math here. So I'm going to be dealing 80 plus 1, 2, 3, 80 plus 60. So that's 120 damage. So I got to deal 80 damage the next turn. 80 damage. I gotta deal 80 damage. Because we do know that this Exeggutor is gonna get knocked out next turn, but that's okay. Yeah. I gotta deal 60 damage. Okay, that's it. 60 damage. I did the math horribly. 6 plus 8, that's 14. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was 12. Don't mind me. That, wow. I'm an Asian American. I should know that math. That's very easy at math. But anyway, here we go. It's gonna knock this out, and then we're gonna hope for this Celebi EX to deal at least 60 damage. And even if they retreat, we do have Cyrus right here. So no matter what, we're gonna be okay. No matter what, we're gonna be okay. If I were them, I would retreat this Machamp. Yep, there it is. They drain pretty much all the energy, but it's pretty much GG. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, well, that's game. Thank you, Cyrus. Seriously, one of the most powerful cards, one of the most underrated cards. You should have at least one Cyrus in every deck, because look at that, and it's game. Boom. All right, there you go. So yeah, this deck is pretty good, I will say. I will say that this deck is pretty good. Wow. Exeggutor is very powerful. I will say Exeggutor EX is probably the more rushdown card. I will say that first game that I played, that's more what you're supposed to do with this deck. But that went pretty well. I will say that went pretty well. Alright, so this deck is pretty versatile. I do like it. What adjustments could I make though? Obviously, like having a second Exeggutor EX might help. Maybe I could bring in that one Exeggutor with Stomp. Like that could be a good replacement. I do not know. The net deck that I saw, it had basically all of my cards, but instead of 2 Sabrinas, it only had 1 Sabrina and then a second Exeggutor EX. I do not know if that's going to be the most efficient way to go about it, but it seems like that's one of the options you can have. Alright, so this is going to be tricky because they're going to be a water type, which means, yeah, Manaphy, Palkia, probably. Yep, there it is. Oh boy, that's actually quite scary. But, I was going to say, if I could draw Exeggutor EX, that would have been GG. That would have been lights out. So what I'm going to do here is actually do this. This is going to be a bit of a risky play because this Exeggutor, or this Execute, is quite vulnerable. But I do not want that Manaphy to start building up energy. My only hope is that they do not have Misty and do some sort of cheese play where they get Dimension Storm on turn 1. That would be so silly. But I have seen it. I have seen it. This is basically the cheese deck for this set. Like Palkia EX with Manaphy, it's like the Starmie EX deck with Misty that we had in the first set. That was such a hassle of a deck to go up against. This is kind of like the new version of that. And I did find that if they're incredibly lucky, it's going to be really hard to come back from it. Alright, so we got about 2 turns. 2 turns with this. And I think what I'm going to do... Oh, this is tricky. Because I could do this. And then just sacrifice this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It would be really nice if I can get this down, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get 4 energy and have it survive before this one comes online. Because they do have probably Misties. Yep, there it is. It's probably going to be Tails. I really hope it's Tails. If it's Heads, I'm pretty much dead in the water. There's no way to go. Okay. Okay, we have a chance. We have a chance. Alright, so we are going to sacrifice this Execute, unfortunately. I think even to draw it out even more, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sacrifice Exeggutor because it is not an EX. I'm not going to give them 2 points for that. And then we're just going to build up this Celebi EX behind. I think this is our only play at this moment. It's kind of... It's ugly, but it's what I feel like it's the only thing that would work. Yeah. Oh gosh, there's Vaporeon. Professor's Research. Yeah, I feel like this is the play. Because we do know that in 2 turns, this is what's It's gonna destroy. Oh boy. Okay, now I have to flip 4 heads. It's already looking kind of bad. Already looking kind of gross. Sabrina would be devastating. I need to get another basic out here. Pokeball, there it is. Oh, there it is anyway. Alright. I really do not know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to sack like multiple. If I can just get this dead, if I could just knock this one Pokemon out, I think I'll be okay. So we're about to lose Exeggutor. I'm wondering if I should bring out Execute for like 1 more energy. Oh boy, this is rough. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because they will need some time to build up to a 2nd Dimension Storm. It gives us multiple turns to make this happen. We're gonna make the magic happen. That's the idea. We're gonna make the magic happen. Here we go. Let's get some heads. Nope. Oh. Oh my god, that's rough. Oh lord, that's rough. Okay. Okay. That was not what we wanted. Let's see, are they gonna X-Speed? Bring out Manaphy? I feel like that would be the right play. We'll see. Oh, Misty. Oh boy. Please do not give them 3 heads. That would be so annoying. That would be so obnoxious. I think they just need 2 actually. Oh gosh. Oh, yep, it's over. GG. Gosh, that's rough. Alright, well. Oh. Always down to luck. Misty is still such a broken card. I can't believe it. Wow. That was kind of tough, though. That was kind of tough. I feel like Palkia EX would work really well against this deck. Oh god, I always forget that. I have a really nasty habit where if I lose a match, I'm already thinking about the next match. And because of that, I tend to just try to skip through as much as I can, and I end up forgetting to thank people. I promise you, I'm not one of those players that will just not thank a player because I lost. Like, I just naturally try to thank everyone just because there's no reason not to in this game. And yeah, but when it comes to like losing, I get very tilted and I just start pressing the bottom of the screen so I can get to the next match. I really feel like what they need to do is just give us ways to just skip stuff, because there's just so much like downtime in this game. There's so much like things you have to click through just to get to the next part of the gameplay. So I feel like that's something that they should look into, is just skipping stuff. I think it would make the game go a long way, and I think I'm just stuck on the screen. Okay, here we go. Really hoping for like a dark type enemy. Oh, okay, psychic type, that's not dark type. I don't like this. Oh, looks like they might have lagged out. You know, waiting for opponent to return. Maybe this is just gonna be a free win. Oh, that would be nice. Then I don't have to worry about this badge. I really feel like I was lazy with this badge. I feel like there were many times where I could have just completed it if I just grinded out battles, but I was so distracted by other stuff that I just forgot to do all my battles. This is like the first set out of the first 2. I think I completed the gold medal. Like, I grinded out the 50 wins or the 45 wins within like 2 weeks. But this time around, it took me much longer. I just feel like it's because I just was not focused on the game. Oh, Giratina. Oh, okay. All right. This Pokemon has any energy attached. It has no retreat cost. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Do I want to lure out Mesprit first? You can only use this attack if you have Uxie and X-Elf on your bridge. Just called out. Oh, wow. That's a very powerful card. You know what? I'd rather have that than Giratina. But it's only 1 retreat cost. So, you know what? I'm just gonna let this be. This is why I don't like having 2 Sabrinas in this deck, because you really only need 1. But it would have been nice if this was like a Exeggutor EX instead of being a 2nd Sabrina. Oh man, I wonder if this is, I wonder what their play is. Okay, so it's 3 energy for 70 damage. 3 energy for 70 damage, so within 3 turns. Mesprit X Elf and Uxie. This is a very powerful attack. 160 damage. But they only have 70 health, so you have to be very careful on how you use that. And you do have the condition of where you need Uxie and Azelf. Well, they got Uxie right there. Take 1 Psychic Energy. I'm not really familiar with the Psychic types. Interesting. Wondering if the play is you use Giratina as kind of like a stall in order to build up all the energy behind. Oh, this worked out really well. Look at that. Alright. Let's see if we can get that. Turn 2, 80 damage. Boom, look at that. Wow. That is annoying to deal with. Now I could just focus on building up energy on this Celebi EX and I'm good. Even if they retreat, I can Cyrus it back out. Oh yeah, it's probably gonna retreat right now. Makes sense. Yeah, I could just Cyrus. Yep, there it is. Wow, that is nasty. That is absolutely nasty. Oof. Alright, here we go. Wow, this is a very powerful card, and this is not even a new card. At least I don't think. I think it's been around for actually a good while, I will say. There we go, I'll Cyrus. Get this back in here. Now they're essentially 2 energy behind. That's the nice thing if you knock out a Pokemon early, is that any energy that's attached to that Pokemon, that's essentially a wasted turn. Boom, there we go. But this attack will only work if they can get an Azelf. They have Uxie, but they need Azelf. Now let's see what this does. Take a Psychic Energy from your energy zone and attach it to a Mesprit or Azelf. Oh, that is actually pretty scary. Let's see what they do, because no matter what, they're in danger of getting that Pokemon knocked out. And they can't lose this Uxie, because the only way they can use this is if both Uxie and Azelf are on the bench. Alright, so now things are going to get interesting. Huh. Okay. Now I'm glad I have Sabrina in this deck. Would you look at that? That's gonna screw up their play quite significantly. I think this is gonna be... yeah. If I can flip a heads, this would completely ruin their day. Nope, of course. We do have a second Sabrina. Yeah, we do. But I'm worried that the Mesprit is about to come online. Very high chance that it is about to. In which case, Celebi EX will need to take it down. Pretty sure they're thinking. They probably haven't drawn their Azelf yet. Well, they might now. Oh, they definitely might now. Wow, this is a very powerful card. That's not a... wait, do they need both? Uxie and Azelf on your bench. Yeah, see, they need both. So I think this is it. They're either going to concede or I'm just going to straight up win. And that's it. Yeah, just for fun, for style points, let's Erica it up. But I don't want to delay this even further. Let's just give them the bad news. And boom. Alright, that's a very interesting deck, I will say. Seems very draw heavy, unfortunately. Maybe if they had a Pokemon communication, it would have helped really well. But yeah, that was very interesting. That was very interesting. Oh, I just realized. Oh yeah. I just realized. I still need one more point. Oh, that hurts. Discard all energy from this Pokemon, but they get one shot. Oh, yeah, well, it's over. Wow. Interesting. That was a very interesting deck. Uxie and Azelf. Alright, there we go. We got the emblem. Just in the nick of time, because right now it's 11:30. Literally within 30 minutes, I would have lost my chance to get this. So yeah, hopefully next time I will not forget to do my battles. I will actually grind it out early. But that was a very interesting matchup, I will say. That was a very interesting matchup. I will say that I'm intrigued. I would like to look into that deck. Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit did not even ever consider that they would be something that would form a deck. Yeah. But anyway, the Execute deck, pretty good. Exeggutor, Execute, both of them can deal a lot of pressure, a lot of damage. I will say that worked out pretty well. I'm going to continue using this deck. Hopefully I could possibly get myself a second Exeggutor EX, although I do not want to open any packs from the previous sets. I'm just so focused on both of the Space-Time Smackdown cards, or the packs. But what I did see here is a Darkrai EX, and that is definitely worth a go at it. Alright, let's see. Am I gonna get lucky? Which one should I go for? I'm gonna go for this one. No. 1 out of 5 chance. I almost feel like it's just... A part of me wants to believe that it's kind of rigged. That, it will purposefully not give you the Darkrai or the EX card every now and then. It'll only give it every so often. I don't know. It just feels like no matter what I tap, it's never the card that I want. Like, it's very clear that the Darkrai EX would be the one that you would want, but it just seems like I never hit them. Occasionally I will, but it just seems so rare that I actually do. But anyway, there you have it. This was the new deck that I want to try. The next deck that I will want to try is going to be around this card right here. I think Pachirisu EX can be very powerful in this new set. Gyarados EX, which I still do not have, I don't believe. Oh wait, yeah, I do have at least one of them. Yeah, there it is. This is a deck that I also would like to try, but I'm still needing to get a second copy. Unfortunately, I don't think I will ever get it. But yeah, that's a pretty good deck, I will say. Exeggutor EX and Exeggutor. If you have the cards, definitely worth a try. It's from the old sets, Mythical Island, as well as the base set, the alpha, whatever. Yeah, and it's really because of Darkrai EX. That's the whole reason why, and Weavile EX. That's the reason why this deck has made a resurgence, or an Insurgence. So definitely worth a try if you have the cards. Let me go to the deck list real quick. It's a pretty fun deck, I will say. It's a pretty strong deck, very versatile. You got the long play with the regular Exeggutor. You got the quick pressure with the Exeggutor EX. I think this deck could definitely take you places. Unfortunately, you can only have 2 executes in the deck, so that means you're going to have to be very picky with when you evolve, who to evolve, different things like that. But overall, I will say this is a pretty good deck, and it's definitely worth a try. So yeah, there you go. Give it a whirl and let me know how it goes. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.
진솔아와 함께해 Pokémon Go! 다 같이 와